what it sounds to me like.
Break it down, sis.
You want your woman to just be approachable by anybody. Cause that's what it sounds like. You're saying like it's easier. So when a woman puts up a little bit of a guard, especially due to Black women's history of being okay, I'm not. I don't wanna do all of that.
So if we do shoot our shot and she shuts us down, do we just stop?
Well, the shot. So you shooting your shot is dancing on her?
No,
I'm not. We're just saying
like
in
general.
I mean, first of all, let's be clear. I'm married, so I don't really know what the dating scene is like. But in my opinion, just because she's making it a little more difficult, and I wouldn't even call it difficult, but just because she's not making herself readily available when you want her to be, that does not mean she's not going to be submissive. That does not mean she's not approachable. That just means she didn't either potentially seen somebody or had bad experience. Like, it's just a lot of things that go into that. What's up, everybody? I'm Lex.
I'm Jeremy.
And this is another episode of Ode to Black Love Podcast. Before we get started, y'all already know we got some housekeeping to do. Make sure you're liking, following, and subscribing to us on all social media platforms. That's at Ode to Black Love on Instagram and TikTok, and then Ode to Black Love Podcast on YouTube and Facebook.
If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and get down in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We want to see where all our listeners is from. Other than that, y'all can head over to odetobblacklove.com. You can see we got these shirts on.
Yes, sir.
We got shirts for sale on the website, so go ahead. That's the best way to support the podcast. Other than that,
I guess we can go ahead and get started. So as y'all can see, we are back for part 3 of the single series.
yeah, we got a packed house.
We got a packed house. We decided to do things a little bit different. So we brought the women from the single series part 2 episode, and then the men from part 1 and for part 3 for a discussion, because we wanted to get everybody together just to discuss some of the things that we talked about.
Y'all was spicy in them comments.
Y'all was spicy in them comments.
We got to call them back. Hey, we got to answer some of these questions.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do introductions real quick, and then we're going to just jump right in. So let's start with Korea.
Well, you already told them my name.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat at Hair Decor Studios.
Okay.
My name is D Sims. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, DSimmons21.
Okay.
At Tiana Divine.
What's up? I'm Tay. You can follow me at Tay20, Taeday 20.
Okay, so now that everybody has introduced themselves, how do y'all feel now that the episodes have been out? I know we've been talking to y'all a little bit before this episode started, but y'all know we didn't expect the single series to do the numbers that it did. So how are y'all feeling about like just y'all's episode being launched in front of at least 24,000 plus people? The men's is at 48, so.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Different.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Great content.
Yes.
Great content.
Yeah.
Okay. So, was there anything that y'all said on the previous episode that y'all are like, I kind of feel differently today, or is like, are y'all still like 10 toes on what y'all?
No,
10 toes.
Say what
10
I
toes?
mean what I say.
10 toes.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna get into it. All right. So, I guess I'll hop right into it. But I'm gonna get off a little. We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
But Tiana, everybody been hitting me, so I don't want it to get lost. If you say you're gonna stand on it, I'm just the opportunity for to stand on it, and then they can leave me alone about it.
Okay. What about the income?
About the money, about the income.
Yeah.
Okay, so the income, the reason why I said what I said is because to me, you do whatever works for your relationship.
Right. Period.
Right? Period. So when I said that, I was mainly saying, as a man, I feel like he needs to sacrifice.
Okay.
And my point of view on it is that I need to, even if I make more money than him, I still need to have that respect for him. So for me, he needs to pay whatever bills that we discuss or agree on. That way I have that respect for him.
Okay.
Got you. So pretty much stick to his word.
Stick to his word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was his word?
Yeah.
All the bills.
Because you know it's crazy.
It's not all all the bills.
But.
It's not all the bills.
Okay.
But like
What
just
you
because
decide.
what we decide. Because just because I make more don't mean that we necessarily need to go in half.
Right,
because
right.
as a man, my point of view on it is he should be able to sacrifice for his family. Now I will always have his back, and whatever we agree on is what we agree. And he's never broke. If we're together,
yeah,
it's not like he's gonna be broke.
Going without, yeah.
But that's just my point.
Yeah.
Man supposed to sacrifice for his family, but the woman don't sacrifice for her.
The woman sacrifice, but we also
Jesus said that the man's supposed to sacrifice.
But we also, our job is to also multiply. So you guys sacrifice and we multiply whatever you come in with. But yeah, that's my point of view on it.
I don't know. Since I heard that, I was like, I sent to Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy, like, what's going on? And I even sent to a group chat. I was like, man, like, what y'all think about this? Because I was kind of skeptical on it.
Yeah, I said it real bold, but I said what I said, and it's not so much the money.
You rephrased it a little bit, so it come across a little easier for me. Like you said, you ain't just saying take it. The way it came off is like take a nigga money. The way it came off is take a nigga money, but you're not saying that. You just saying like whatever y'all agree upon up front. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If
I just want him to
you ain't
man.
paying everything, and he keeping his 50. He paying his portion.
Just be a man at the end of the day.
Now,
so I can be a woman.
Now that we hear it, sounds better.
Now you broke it down for him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understood it. I think I understood it then, and I understood it now.
Thank you,
but I mean, I get why like it may have been a little off-putting for some. But at the end of the day, I think you hit the nail on the head with like, what you want to do for your relationship is what you want to do.
Exactly.
So even if she stood down and didn't explain nothing, if that's what she want to do, that's what she want to do.
Yeah.
And I think you
got a lot of support in the comments on that.
Yeah, and I think people need to understand that people are entitled to feel how they want to feel. So I understand that. But what I wanted to talk about was something that they're definitely going in on the comments about, or in the comments about for both parties, which is dating with intentions. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people were like, it sounds like the women ain't dating with intentions. It sounds like the men ain't dating with intentions. And I kind of want to dive into that. Like, how are y'all feeling about dating with intentions? Do y'all feel like y'all are? Like, what's up?
So I think from my perspective, I think we are trying to date with intentions.
Okay.
We're just kind of break it down kind of how social media kind of plays into our dating life, and you can see like there's older generation that have their input on it, there's younger that have their input on it. Older feel as if we're not dating with intention, we're immature, but it's more so they didn't grow up with that in
as
their
an
things.
influence.
Yeah. So for us, we're trying to revolve around our perspectives, like kind of what we dealt with, such as like social media plays a huge part in like dating.
It definitely do.
Yeah.
So what part does it play in y'all's experience? Like, let's not talk about nobody else's, but y'all's personal experience.
If I'm trying to, bring both women and men's perspective on it, I think for women, they see, women being catered to, being taken care of, all these men, like, giving them money, do all types of stuff like that. While men, we have, or just like the mindset that we have options when we really don't. So for us to be in a relationship, we're not necessarily staying put where we're at. We're like, if shit, gets fucked up, then we're looking to that next relationship, So I think, social media just, plays a big part, so.
Okay. I want to hear from a woman about, like, how it plays a part for you.
Because it's like I use Jada for an example. Like,
Jada who?
Chevea's Lil Baby's baby mama. Like, she
okay.
already been getting Valentine's Day stuff. So it's like some women's like, they looking at their man like, well, where's mine? When am I getting mine? And it's not even February yet, It's like he's showing her off before it even get here.
Got you.
So some women is like, okay, what you gonna do? Where you at?
It's more so like a give and take situation now.
Got
It's
you.
like, what can I give? What can you give to me? And social media has a big influence on that.
So do y'all feel like y'all have that expectation, and this for the women, do y'all feel like y'all have the expectation that, like you mentioned Valentine's Day, like, where my gift at? Like, do you feel like that, or do you feel like that's something that social media makes other women feel, but not you?
Well, that's my birthday, so yes, I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Loud.
So, but are you expecting it now? Like,
No.
Okay.
No. You can wait till then. I don't need you doing all the extra. You don't got to do all that.
Got you. And what about you, Tiana? Like, do you feel like, I guess, is that your same expectation as well? Like, when you see celebrities who obviously got way more money, like, are you putting that expectation on your man as well?
No, because I'm in reality. Like, social media is really a fantasy. It's just like, let's show off type thing.
It's like the Matrix to me, like red pill, blue pill. Like real life and fantasy. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so fellas, like, when y'all talking to somebody, like, what is the expectations? Like, we kind of talked about it before, but like, what's your expectations? Like, when you looking for a chick, like, what are you expecting? Like, when you like, this is what I want my woman to be. What's your expectations? Because it's like a lot of we always put a lot of things out there. It's like it's perfection and then what you want. So
really, somebody just like you had the same moral values, same ethics. So like with me, I want to give back to my community. So I think that would be big. Like somebody trying to make a change, I would want that. Like if you more so focused on just material things or just yourself, I think I wouldn't want that. But that's what I'm looking for, is someone with the same moral values and just ethical values that I have.
Okay.
I think for me, just moving with communication, like that's a big thing. Like right after we got done with the first episode, like I talked to Jeremy, kind of like my thoughts on like, pursuing someone, dating someone. It has to be communication first, because we can't get anywhere without that. And building that solid foundation of, what we want for that relationship, and just being family oriented. Just doing the little things, doing more spontaneous things that I've probably never done before, because it's easy to get complacent, it's easy to get comfortable, and you don't want to get in that spot. You always want to be uncomfortable in your relationship, no matter what.
Yeah. Okay, so now I have a question. So we talked about expectations a little bit, and something else that kind of came from the comments is the men. When Jeremy asked y'all what courting looks like for a woman, people in the comments said y'all didn't say shit, and so hey, I didn't say it, but the people in the comments was like, we didn't hear much of anything. So what I want to do real quick is I want to hear one of the men, talk about what courting looks like for them, and then I want one of the women to speak up to say what their expectations of courting is, so we can kind of see if there's a difference or see if we can find some common ground.
You might have to get that, because I just learned how it is.
Courting is really whatever the woman wants. So if I'm trying to pursue a woman and that's what she wants, then I'm gonna have to come like that or fall back.
Got you. So
really
do you? Go ahead.
I think it's really just them, like what they want,
whatever they require.
So do you scope that out ahead of time?
There we go,
you checking the IG, like, damn, I'm gonna have to.
She looks like she like flowers.
Yeah. Through conversations, you can get it, like, you see what they want or what they looking for.
Okay, we did get that in the comments. So like, some people was like, depending on how long you talk to somebody before you take them out, they was like, that's your first date. You know what I'm saying? So like, what is it like?
But
because some people was like, you've just been talking a couple times. That's it. Y'all been talking for 2 weeks. You
but
just
that's what they
coffee?
allow. So that's
okay.
You allowing that? That's all you need for us to move forward, is to just hang out before we go out in public.
Okay, so. And I'm gonna let one of the women answer real quick, but I gotta dive deeper into that. You saying that's what they're allowing. So if they're okay with coffee shop, you stay at coffee shop. You don't progress there. Like, kind of what is your thought process? What's the thought?
So if they like fun stuff, I'm really trying to pursue them, I'm gonna have to look into fun stuff to do. Maybe
got you.
They want to go bowling. They want to do skydiving or something like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's up to them. If I'm courting you, and being a man,
so you just gonna ask questions and figure out what they like, and that's the way. So the courting is specific to the woman.
Okay.
Bet. Okay, so I need Coriel or Tiana to kind of say.
Take it away.
So courting is, to me, it's like just spending time, getting to know each other, getting to know me for me. Like I said in the last podcast, not for like what social media may tell you or what my appearance, but really just taking time to get to know me. And really just being intentional, like knowing the steps that you want to take with me. Like once you know who I am, like I want you to be like, hey, I want you to be my girl. Let's move forward. We've been having a good time. And I think it's just being intentional. Really.
Yeah.
Like courting is not just we just going bowling every now and then.
Yeah.
We might text every now and then. Like courting to me is like when you're intentional. Like you see her and you be like, I want her, and you go after it. Like that's courting for me.
We talked about on their episode. So where's the fine line between like women say they want you to apply the pressure, but then some women be like,
we talked about it too.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
pressure. What?
You know what I'm saying? Like where the line at? Because Tay was like, you know, we supposed to apply the pressure, but then it's like, well, you know, sometimes women be like, he irky or whatever.
Do consistency work for?
Yeah, is that a thing?
But like, what if you wasn't interested? He applying pressure, like he doing what you want another man to do. Maybe is you gonna give him a chance, or is it a waste of time? Is it
like do y'all know from the jump?
Yeah,
and it's like I just
definitely know for the jump.
Definitely.
You definitely know from the jump, but you just gonna make him just keep applying pressure?
No. Try. You know, it might change within time. Like we know from the jump, but it might change. It might get better. He might change. He might really be feeling you. You start feeling him.
But that's what I saw in the comments too. I saw like a lot of people saying, if you want that person, you gotta move and do that. But even if we do want them, it's just more so on them.
Yeah, it has to be mutual.
Yeah. So I'm like.
You don't want to be no creep. That's what I'm like. I was like, you like. It's like.
I feel like it's like a certain time frame, like that you should be trying to court a woman. If y'all a month in and she not giving you the same energy, then exit left.
But what if she ain't? What if you in the DMs and she ain't really even hitting you back? You know what I'm saying? But you like, you exit left. All right.
Will you leave the door open if you got it? Because you might be talking to somebody already have someone and he just trying. And you like, maybe I would when I'm done if this dude fuck good.
Oh.
And so, would you leave that door open or are you just going to be curving him?
You asking me?
All right, y'all.
You curving him? Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it makes sense because you're already talking to somebody. So.
Oh, but when if the dude mess up, you might try to slide up on him.
Do we double back to the DMs?
Yeah, are we double back to the DMs? That's men and women. Y'all not double backing?
We not double backing to the DMs? Like, he hit me a couple months ago. They hit me a couple months ago. They double back? Okay. Yeah.
So you said if you don't respond in there, you done with it?
I'm cool, yeah.
Okay. So I feel like we didn't even talk, or we didn't dive deep enough, though, into the fine line. I think on our episode, so the women's episode, we kind of talked about, like, not just time frames, but just like when a dude is just doing too much and being obnoxious. Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Like, can y'all explain to the men like what obnoxious looks like? And then men, I want y'all to kind of tell us if y'all think that's obnoxious or if y'all like, oh no, I did that to a girl the other day.
Impatient.
Okay. Okay.
If you're just impatient, sir, you're doing too much. Yeah. Like I say, back to back texts, back to back calls, back to back DMs. First you call, then you text, then you DM.
Too much.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Too much. Yeah.
Y'all think that's too much, or y'all think that's just enough?
Hell yeah. I think that's my motto.
I think. Oh, you said. Okay.
Blueprint.
No, I think honestly, bro, like niggas is ruining that shit for us. Like when they go into girls' DMs and they keep on, going back and forth. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop.
And then every little thing you post, stay heart eyes. You
gotta. Oh, I'm sorry.
You okay?
I think to the point now, like if a girl like posts a selfie or anything, I like send them a GIF, like to make them laugh.
Okay.
Instead of sending hard.
Okay, drop that game then. Drop that game. Does it work?
Oh,
like, would y'all say a GIF would work?
He said 100% every time. Guaranteed.
10 bro.
Yeah, but not everything I post. Not every.
Don't be sending GIFs after everything I post. Okay. We got.
We discussed, women more so discussed on your episode about feeling like a man should be able to provide. Coriel, you talk more in the sense of like protection. You talk more like money. Like, fellas, you know what I'm saying? How do that be feeling, like that conversation? I mean, I feel personally, I can see both sides, but how do y'all feel when they be like, well, the man got to bring that to the table. You got to provide this, that, and the third.
I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, like Tiana said, when supposed to multiply. So if you bring her something, you give her a house, she's going to give you a home. So I understand that part. And as a man, you want to be a provider. You want to take care of your family. So I definitely understand the money part and then protection, like that part of being a provider and a protector. Like you want to protect your family.
So is that what providing looks like for y'all though? Like when you think of providing for your family, are those the only things you think about, or is there like other things that you
emotional support.
Yeah, I was gonna say that same type word. I was gonna say support, like support your woman through whatever it is, her career, like whatever makes her happy. Just be that, sidekick for her. You know, she needs that.
Do y'all agree?
Vice versa, yeah.
Okay, so I was about to ask the men. So in regards to like, of course, I shouldn't say of course, because some women do provide for their men. But on the opposite end, like, what do y'all in turn want from y'all's woman if y'all are providing all those things?
Yeah, I don't need anything materialistic. That's not really, what gets me. It's more so, are you there for me when I need you the most?
So support.
Yeah, definitely need your support whenever I'm going through something. If whether it's a loss or whatever it is, you're there for me. You know. That's all I need. So.
Okay. What about you?
Same support, encouragement, accountability. So just make me want to be a better man.
Ooh, okay. Now, I'm just thinking like the people in the comments think. So, do y'all feel like y'all really want that, or y'all feel like y'all just be saying that? And that's for both ends, right? Because a lot of people in the comments will be like, men are saying that they want these things, but y'all don't really want that, because when we offer y'all support, y'all shut down and y'all do this. So, like, do y'all really, like, deep down feel like y'all want that, or is it something that y'all feel like y'all should want from the woman?
I think what I've learned from dating is, when you're in a relationship, I think the man should love the woman a lot more, or not necessarily a lot more, but I think
show affection.
We are happier when it's where we love the woman much more, so we appreciate anything that she may do for us, such as the support, accountability, all stuff like that. I kind of figured through the relationships I've been in that the woman has loved me more, so it's kind of like
too much.
It comes off as too much. You get drained out, so you don't really want to be in that. So it's not necessarily it's not necessarily like trying to be mean, but it's just that feeling you just know.
So what are women supposed to do about that? Like, what would you encourage?
I don't think it's gonna last long,
Yeah. So that's just honesty.
Yeah, just honesty. You just gotta, be honest with her. Don't drag her along. But the love is more so there when a man loves a woman more than.
Yes, don't feel like he have to love her more.
Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective.
I'm saying, why can't it be more balanced?
I don't feel like
that's what I mean. It's
so
not
you think a woman is gonna love more?
Yeah, just like that's just how they're built. I feel like if I love a woman 110%, she gonna find a way to give me 111, 112.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, I think it's harder to outlove a woman, but if you take the lead and love her and show her that she gonna be right there,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just love you more.
I mean, I'm speaking from a married perspective, obviously, but like that's an interesting perspective, because I kind of agree, but I feel like it's not that maybe the other loves the other more. It's different. It's different, because I can be over the top with my affection and love for Jeremy. Right. And it's certain shit he would do for me that I'm like, woo, I appreciate you, because I would do for him. He my husband, but he doing.
I wouldn't do that for you.
No, I would. But it's stuff that he does for me without hesitation, just so I'm not inconvenienced, right? Mm-hmm. But we just love different. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like the love just has to be different from the man versus the woman. But maybe for Tay, it's just like, nah, girl, you need to love me 110. I'm gonna give you 100.
I don't know.
Or the opposite. I'm sorry.
You do like little shit for her that just you might not have done before, like buy her like flowers randomly. Yeah. Some like I love her type shit.
But what would a woman do after you do buy her flowers?
Talk about it, Tay.
I'm with it. Yeah.
Come back.
But I guess that's part of it. But I guess that's part of it.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of like being vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Because if you love a woman hard, like it's hard for men to become vulnerable, because you open up your chest. You open up your chest, so it's kind of a. I don't know.
Okay, so since we on the topic of vulnerability, ooh, I hate that word. But since we on that topic, how do y'all feel about being vulnerable in relationships? Like in the talking stage, and then when you're dating, like women, I know most times it's easier for us to be vulnerable, but I know with the new day and age and like feelings being hurt and wanting to protect your peace, like do y'all feel differently about being vulnerable in the talking stage and in a relationship?
If
Vulnerable. I want no parts, honestly.
You want those parts?
I mean, I think it would be cool, but it's a risk.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got it.
That's just a risk. That's scary being vulnerable because you allow somebody to control your emotions, like just how you feel about the day.
Well, control your emotions.
I mean, if you really feeling them,
yeah,
that they can make or break your day.
Yeah, they should.
That's facts. That's facts.
Well, if you don't trust them, you don't need to be talking to them.
Ooh.
You don't need to be dating them.
Yeah, I think if I'm vulnerable with you early in the talking stage, and I trust you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, ladies, how y'all feel about being vulnerable?
If I'm dating a man and I like him, he has to be vulnerable. I have to know how you feel. I have to know that I can handle it before we go any further. Like, for me, being vulnerable kind of lets me know that you trust me, that you can confide in me, that, you know, we have a certain friendship. It's not really so much like a relationship, but I just want to know that you are open enough to be vulnerable with me. And in turn, like, women are vulnerable, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be vulnerable and open.
Yeah, just show some emotion. Don't just try to be so hard up. Like, I know you got emotion.
But soon as a man do that,
yeah. What if he's too emotional? Look at him.
He's not soft.
He's not soft.
He's
That's
not
the wrong.
soft.
That's the wrong woman. She looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
So if he cries in front of you, it's cool.
Cry, baby. Here's a shoulder.
So what will it take for men? What's it gonna take for y'all to be more vulnerable? Like, cause like if you shut off for so long, I feel like they gonna move on eventually. If you just keep being in shell.
Patience. Like, you trying to understand. You want to know why we not trying to be vulnerable. Like, you want to get to that core root of understanding us and getting to know us.
So you gonna make them work for it, essentially?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You can't break my heart. Like, break it.
I think for me, it's not that hard. I think it's kind of a skill I kind of gotten good with, is just being vulnerable. Like, especially when the communication is there, and I can talk to this person, I feel comfortable. Like, being vulnerable is not that hard for me.
Vulnerability is strength. Like, if you can be vulnerable, that's you. You're on a whole different level for me.
So I don't mean to get too deep, but do y'all think like the lack of vulnerability? Because I feel like this happened to me, like from previous relationships. Like, I got hurt before, so it's like,
who hurt you? No, I'm just playing.
You already know who hurt me.
Okay. No, they didn't.
But do you feel like that play into it? It's like, ooh, that hurt. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
At 11 years old, man, my heart broke. I ain't been the same.
For real?
I did.
Elementary.
You burn yourself, you stick your head in fire, you burn you go do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to, for love.
That's insanity. Expected a different result. Doing the same thing.
So then what do you do?
You gotta patience. You gotta find somebody that's willing to put in effort too.
Okay, but so you saying patience, and we all didn't go through and discuss our ages, but like, I guess when is it okay for the woman's patience to be thin? Because talking to men and like waiting for this man to be vulnerable and open up, that could take years. Yeah. So like, is the expectation for her to just be patient with you, or is there some accountability on your part to?
I think it's really up to the woman. I think women got the power, so it's like, I mean, if you're not ready, she could go find somebody that is. So, I mean, the patience is really whatever you allowing. So, like, if you need somebody to be vulnerable within 3 months and he not doing that, then you have the right to move on. He should understand. Like, so
from your perspective, though, like, I guess how long is it taking you to be vulnerable with women? Like,
I mean, I guess it comes with. It probably ain't no time limit, but it's just the comfortability.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That.
So, ladies, are y'all giving grace? You know what I'm saying? Grace period? Like, or y'all just, it just depends on who it is, how much you want them? I feel like it depends on who it is and how much you want them. As far as how much grace you would give in that area. Because you say you have to have it. So, let's say he got everything else, but he ain't being vulnerable with you. Like, we sticking around, or you gonna
try to open them up, or what? So I'm gonna try to open them up. Like, what's going on? Why you talk about it?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like, a man that's just not open or just feel like he can't communicate, for me, I can't go nowhere with you. I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall. Like, we can only go so deep in a relationship, and it's not my job to open you up. It's my job to be there when you do open up. But it's not my job for you to be like, oh, you can trust me, open up to me. Like, that's not my job. So for me, if he has everything, but he's just afraid, at least tell me you're afraid. Can we start there?
Yeah.
Like, tell me you're afraid. Tell me why you're afraid. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to me, then we need to go our separate ways.
Yeah. I think that's facts. Korea, would you agree?
No, because I want to know what's wrong.
Yeah, you gonna dig?
Yeah. And like it's like one of y'all said earlier, it's like you don't trust me. Why you don't trust me? What's wrong?
Yeah. So how long are you prying? Like, or not prying, but how long are you going to really?
I may try a few times, but like you say, it's like you hitting a brick wall at that point.
Yeah.
If you don't want to tell me, then I can't make you. I can't force you, but I will try.
Okay, so when it comes to vulnerability, you mentioned like that's something you have to have. Would you consider? And I know people get kind of focused on like, oh, my type is this, my type is that, but like, would you kind of type yourself as someone who likes like a man who's vulnerable, and you actually go after men like that, or would you say I like a man that's vulnerable, but I keep going for men who showing me they ain't vulnerable at all? Like, you know what I mean? Are y'all's types consistent, I guess, with y'all's expectations?
Yeah, I value a man more if he's vulnerable.
Okay.
Like, that's just my preference. If he's not vulnerable, I kind of just be like, okay, homeboy. Like,
He the homie.
He the homie. Like, I can't go too far with that. Like she said though, I will try. Like I said, like let's start off with the basics. But if I'm hitting a brick wall, I'm not about to just keep going just to see. Like, it's not my job.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So what would y'all say? Is y'all's type consistent with what you actually go for? Did I say that right?
yeah.
Okay.
Y'all don't got a type.
I ain't kind of.
So, sorry, I was just about to say it again, like, because I think I did say it wrong. But is y'all's expectations consistent with y'all's type and what y'all going for?
I mean, not lately. You know, this shit hasn't been working out for me, so.
What have you been doing? Going for, like, what you think your type is?
I try to go for what my type is. You know, when I instantly see a woman, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's me. But at the same time, that's just an image. You know, I don't necessarily know. I don't know her soul. You know,
Right.
Because a lot of these, pretty ass women are just, bad shit, crazy as sick. They just don't know. They don't know how to do the basic functions to really keep a relationship going.
Right.
You know, like communication, like. You can't communicate with me, then it's like I'm wasting my time.
It has to be like deeper than the surface. Like, I think men try to chase after what looks good on paper or what looks good next to them. But like, y'all have to look at it like, how is her family? You know, can I fit in with her family? How is her personality? Can I handle when she has the attitude? You know, and that comes with the courting process and why you guys need to be more intentional on that and just, trying to figure out how to narrate that. Because you guys are the leader. Like, yeah, we have the power in the dating scene, but you guys lead it, So, yeah. That's my little 2 cents.
What was the question?
I know he's going to ask that. Do you really need it?
Yeah.
I said, are your expectations of what you want in a woman consistent with what you go after? So. Yeah.
Try to just go after sweet, genuine, down to earth women. That's mine.
So
and then it go with the image too. Like, you might think you like her, then you go after her, and then you realize you get to know her, and then you realize that ain't what
ain't
you.
who you thought she was.
But that's part of the dating part, the courting process too. Getting to know if somebody is for you, and then moving on if they not.
All right. So I've been listening to y'all. Everybody been talking about like what they want. We've been talking about morals and all of that stuff. But like, what if they got all of that shit, but like, you ain't that attracted to them?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering
I mean,
the
but
same.
you know what I'm saying? But they like, if you just looked at their IG profile, you wouldn't be like, you probably wouldn't go after them. They ain't gotta be like butt ugly, but if you looked at their IG, you wouldn't just like go after them.
Jeremy, when we talked, bro, I think you were like, D, are you shallow? And I thought to myself, I was like, bro, this shit really stuck with me. Cause I'm like, damn, nigga, am I really shallow? Like, I've been thinking about that shit. I was like, looks is kind of hard to look past,
Yeah.
Like, if you're attracted to them.
So would that be number one on y'all list? Like, be one?
That's
is it number one?
I think that's everybody's,
Yeah.
Like, the looks, bring you in.
I wouldn't say everybody, because I done dated some.
Fine.
Looks.
I mean, because nobody's perfect. Like,
Yeah, looks
something's
is
gonna be
subjective.
wrong.
But I'm saying for you, like, you look at their IG and it's like, oh, yeah, they look good. But I'm saying, let's say you meet them in the real world, they genuine person, they down, but like, you gonna friend zone them? Even though you know they, you know what I'm saying, they might not be. I'm clicking on IG, you want to get at them, like they straight. You meet them in real life.
Yeah. So what you trying to say about a 6?
Yeah,
they about a 6.
About 6.
Not no 9.
Take a
7-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Almost 7.
7 in the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take a 7.
Yeah.
But not
like
no
6
6 and a half.
6.5 too. It's like
But
beauty
nothing
is
under
just
5.
the eyes of the beholder. The beauty gonna fade. That ain't gonna raise your legacy.
So Tay, but I want to know, do you really feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I said, looks is subjective. So if I find you attractive, like, so your person, I mean, your character can make you more attractive.
I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
Once I get to know you.
That too, but I feel like we get fonder, as we get older too. So
I agree with that. But
that's fine.
But ain't nobody really stood on it. Tay kind of stood on it, but it's like, cause I'm like, I mean, ultimately, like,
I want to know.
It's a girl that you might think you might actually like, and you show your home like she alright. Like, but you actually like her, like you like, no, bro, I fuck with who she is. Like,
yeah.
That's.
So what y'all feeling?
My opinion on it is he could be the total package, but if it's no intimacy there, if I'm not attracted to him, if I see him as a homeboy, like, I just can't. Like, I'm not a light switch. I can't just turn on my intimacy if I'm not intimate with him.
Mm-hmm. So none of that. I mean, the other stuff. I guess because, like, the older I get, I feel like looks is cool, but, like, other stuff be more attractive now. So it's like, did that other stuff not really, like, be that attractive, like, sexually attractive? It's just like, oh, those are good traits.
It would be good for somebody else.
Yeah, good for somebody. That's what I'm like, friend zone. That's what I'm like. That's where the friend zone is. Because I'm like, it be a lot of people that got good, solid dudes, but they be like friend zone. And same thing with dudes. They friend zone a bunch of good women.
Right.
There's a bunch of good people just sitting in the cut friend zone.
Yeah.
I agree. I just see it like that's somebody's man, but that's not my man. Okay. And he could, like, it's not just about looks. Like, I'm talking like intimate. Like, if I don't have a spark when I'm around you, or if it's like if it's not like that, I can't just light
so is
fire in me.
So is it possible for you to get a spark with someone that may not be, what am I trying to say? Like, it's not the finest dude you ever been with, but you have a spark with him because he does these other things. I
like average looking dudes anyways.
Okay.
Y'all hear that? Now y'all can make y'all move.
That's where social media comes to play. You know, when you're always on it, you might see someone that may look better than your person. But that's kind of like the gist of dating. There's always going to be somebody more attractive. You know?
Right.
More money or whatever it may be, you know, so it's really a mindset thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That was a lot of the comments too. They were saying, like, you know, dating isn't that hard. Y'all just going for the people at the top. When the average Joe's down here
come across like that, but we're not doing that.
Yeah,
and that's easy to say in the comments too.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know who we date.
Yeah. So, but do y'all feel like y'all do that? Y'all feel like y'all going for the finest, or y'all feel like you mentioned?
I don't.
Them
they said, shoot for the stars, bro. If I fall, I'm straight. So can somebody make it out the friend zone? How about that? Like, can somebody make it out the friend zone? Like,
that's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Y'all think so?
Ladies, y'all think a man can make it out the friend zone?
So he could gain a spark. Like, if you ain't just look at him like that, but you got to know
and
stuff.
Fellas, y'all hear that? Y'all just gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? When they heart broke.
Oh Lord!
Now, didn't nobody
They need to
say
show them to cry on. They need to show them to cry on. What else?
Did nobody say that?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be no, you know what I'm saying? Don't be no dry snitch. Don't be out here talking shit. But when shit comes back, that's your time. Just be there.
Okay. So I kind of want to dive into. It's not switching gears because it's all related to, blackness in the black community. But I kind of want to talk about beyond dating. Like, I know we kind of hit on just like what the opposite sex needs from the other in the black community. So can we kind of talk about that? Like, what do y'all feel like y'all need just as a community from the opposite sex? So like women, I know that somebody commented, and I know we keep talking about people in the comments, but for real, they did bring up
this
some.
episode is for, really.
Yeah, no, and they brought up some points that I'm like, I could argue with you, but like, let's actually just bring it to the people. But one woman commented and was like, essentially, she don't feel like black men care about black women. And my experience on that is a little bit different because in my experience, black men are the only people who gave a fuck about me. I can't name too many white men who have actually cared about me. But that may not be everybody's experience. So can y'all talk or speak to like how y'all feel about, black men and how they support black women?
They love us. It's hard for them to show, but they love us.
You think so? Mm-hmm. What you think, Tiana?
So what's the question? The question is, can you reword that question?
Whew. Probably not.
What
did I say?
Feel about black women, basically.
Yeah. How do black men feel about black women?
Like in the comments, she was saying in the comments, black men, they were saying black men don't give a
damn about black women.
Yeah, I think that they do. They have a certain appreciation. It may not come across as that because we kind of take offense when y'all date outside the race, or when y'all might not show up when something may be going wrong, or when y'all get physical with us. I don't think it's that they don't really appreciate us or love us. I think it's really like they need to have a certain healing within themselves, because like they inflict a lot on us in a sense. It can come across like y'all don't care, but I think like black men as a whole, kind of like what y'all said on the podcast, like y'all need a community to where y'all can talk amongst different men and try to grow within that. So, but they have a love for us for sure. It just may not come across like she said in the correct way.
Okay.
What do y'all say to the people that say y'all limiting yourself by not dating outside of the race?
I need somebody on the same ship that I came across the ocean with. That's my preference, and that's just what I need. I need them to understand my history, my whole demeanor, just who I am.
Coria?
Same.
Okay.
She said, I already answered that.
Okay, so fellas, how do y'all feel though about like the comment of black men not caring about black women? Do y'all see why a black woman would say that? And how y'all feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, like I've kind of said before, black women do see a lot of black men dating outside of race, and as a black man that may have dated outside of race, like we sense that, we understand like why they may feel a certain way, and for me, like it takes some time to kind of think about that and understand like like they were right, so that's kind of like my perspective.
Why do y'all think that y'all date outside y'all race? Like, is it really because our attitudes and just the basic things that y'all be saying? Like, why do y'all date outside y'all race?
I think honestly, for a lot of black women, they may not approach first, and even if we do approach, they may not take a chance or try to give us a chance. So a lot of these white women or whatever it may be will shoot a shot first, and
they're more submissive.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason.
Yeah. She baited him. She baited him in.
I was gonna say it, but we was there.
I heard that a lot. That's what majority black men say. Like other races are more submissive opposed to us, where you have a guard up. We like.
Do you feel like?
Okay, define submissive before we get too far, because what I'm saying, it's like it's different levels of submission. So,
I'm loaded.
Yeah, because she ready to fire you up, right? So when you say submissive, are you saying like more willing to your passes?
No, don't give him nothing. Let him tell it.
Same. Look,
let him tell it.
They shoot the shots. I feel like
that's submission though.
No, it's just more so like when we were talking about.
Got to fire that man up.
I ain't firing him. He's a guest on my show.
But it's more so when we talked about like the woman loving the man more. I feel like a lot of white women, do that for sure.
So I guess you know
what I mean?
Okay, so.
But that's not. I mean, are we saying that that's submission?
Yeah, I guess what level of submission? Because when you say submission. I don't think of like, because some people think submission in the home is like listen to whatever you say and do what you should do.
Yeah. That's how you feel?
Is that what you're talking about, or are we talking about submissive as far as like if you try and shoot your shot at them, like they more
open
and not like.
Both.
But what is it? Is it both? I mean, just give it a buck.
To me,
I know you like black women, so you don't gotta.
They shoot their shots more. They go at it. They go hard and. For if you do,
so they show more interest. Yeah, is that what you're trying to get at? You're just saying they show more interest.
Or show more interest. Say you look like you like white women, or you look like you like dang, you don't even know men.
That's what I'm saying. Like, same shit.
I automatically think you're not interested if you saying that, and then.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I remember I had a client and I asked him the same question, and he said he feels like that white women are more receiving to a black man, like. Let's say he used an example, like if we go out to dinner she's more appreciative of that dinner than a black woman. Would y'all agree with that? Like the demeanor of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Kind of
honestly
agree. Or like I think about have you ever seen
keep it a buck.
Have you ever seen a black man like in a club or a bar or something, a black man try to go talk to a girl and he tap her like what's up, she turn around like oh hell no, like that's like no,
we seen it though, we seen it in person.
Who's seen it in person?
You ain't never seen that. You don't be paying attention. I definitely seen my dudes get hit with that
like hell, like that's
okay, all y'all did this. A dude try and dance with you, just not even trying to grind on you, but trying to dance with you. You gonna look and give him the look off. Give him the look off.
But what is that?
That's just.
But that's what he's saying. Like it's easier to pursue somebody that don't do that because it's like you at least you get a chance.
So you
shut down.
So y'all won't. But so what it sounds to me like.
Break it down, sis.
You want your woman to just be approachable by anybody. Because that's what it sounds like. You're saying like it's easier. So when a woman puts up a little bit of a guard, especially due to black women's history of being okay, I'm not. I don't want to do all of that.
So if we do shoot our shot and she shuts us down, do we just stop?
Well, the shot.
Even
so you shooting your shot is dancing on her?
No,
I'm not. We're just saying
like
in general.
I mean, first of all, let's be clear. I'm married, so I don't really know what the dating scene is like. But in my opinion, just because she's making it a little more difficult, and I wouldn't even call it difficult, but just because she's not making herself readily available when you want her to be, that does not mean she's not going to be submissive. That does not mean she's not approachable. That just means she didn't either potentially seen somebody or had bad experience. Like, it's just a lot of things that go into that. And again, like I was about to get on, is black women, we have a lot of trauma our damn selves. We have been raped, generations and generations of that. And so even if it has not happened to us specifically, that trauma is passed down through our DNA. So if a man walking up behind us, yeah, we may be hesitant because of the fact that, what do you want? Why are you walking up behind me? If a man sliding in a girl's, and this is just my opinion, if a man sliding into a DM and saying like, what's up, girl, it's like, okay, I've had history of dudes doing that. Like, give me something else, show me something else. And so based on what you're saying, it just sounds like you want a black woman to just easily be like, oh, okay, he told me what's up, now I'm about to talk to him. Like, I don't know, I guess I don't really agree with that.
And I think it's more so like once we do try, approach, like we're trying to be creative. It's one of those things where you have to be creative when you're jumping in DMs. But I more so don't try to just like have just straight conversation. I want deep conversations, and then also try to see if we can get together and go out to eat, just where we can talk, get to know one another. It's more so we're putting in this effort, but sometimes that does not.
And I guess another thing. I mean, and this ain't mine. I ain't single, so it ain't really my episode. But I guess to me, like, it's almost like typecasting. Like, one black woman do it, maybe even two, and it's like, oh, black women ain't submissive. Yeah. But, like, I don't think that's fair. Like, because one white woman may be easy to grind up on, but another one may tell you to back up too, but they don't get casted as, oh, they are this or they are that. So, to me, it's just an unfairness that is placed on black women, especially in comparison to the white woman.
I agree.
Drop a fact. I
mean,
you can.
Sometimes it ain't even that deep. Like, it could be like...
You're like, but what is it?
Like, it's just traumatized. Like you said, you got your own trauma, but what you project on somebody else could be a bad experience for them. Like, they feel that way. Like, they entitled to, like, oh, well, I done went through that with, like, twice. She done embarrassed me.
Right.
I ain't even trying to dance, so I was just trying to say holla at her. And now it's like, oh, now you're going to be intimidated to other women. Like, or it just is...
Yeah, and I guess what I'm trying to say is I 100% understand where y'all coming from when it comes to stuff like that, but what I don't understand is the fact that it's typing all black women as this versus, oh, if a white woman did it, you wouldn't say all white women make me feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's an unfairness. Like, yeah, she may have shut you down, but why is that all black women are this opposed to that woman did that?
And I don't think it's in the general standpoint whatsoever, because there's been women who, maybe black, whatever, maybe, they shoot their energy towards me or shoot a shot towards me too. It's not necessarily all black women are tearing us down. It's more so the ones that we may turn us down. And they may want us to come different. I don't necessarily know what it is. They may not be interested. They may be focused on some goals that they want to take care of before they even give us the time of day.
It could be anything. Like, she could be going through something in that point in her life. Like, she just...
So are you still standing 10 toes on white women being more submissive?
I guess, I would take that back.
I'm sorry, I just had to get to...
And listen, that's more like general is the key word.
But I think it's just more so, women probably just happy, they just happy to be around, like they just happy to be a part of it, so it's like they gon' be, and then it could go into deeper, like, two-parent households, like we know our families being broken up, so in their household that's what they done seen is their mom being submissive to their dad, so that might just be a trait that they picked up.
And they also, just because we here don't have a lot of historical trauma that they got to heal from too, so it's easier to just say I can be this way because they don't have to exist with all these other nuances that they were literally born into. So, but I mean, I'm done with history class.
Yeah, we good. I told you, I was trying to say you,
bro. It always look general. If I would have said general, it would.
Well, no, not general, because black women in general,
like as a standpoint.
But what if
she's saying it's a bad stereotype. She's saying,
but what if that is our experiences?
I mean, I get it. I get your perspective saying like I had this bad experience and then I had this experience over here. I'm just taking the path of least resistance and more the one that's more comfortable. So I definitely get that, but I mean, ultimately it comes down to birth. I mean, I got what I got. I never truly pursued a white woman, so I don't know. I won't find out, unfortunately.
Like finish
but I want to ask the women this whole conversation. Like, it was all about men pursuing. Do women don't pursue men?
I do.
Black women? He said white women will pursue. You shoot?
I shoot.
You jump in the DMs?
Yeah.
You jump in the DMs? What that look like?
Yeah, what you saying?
Because we got to know what it is. Because you might say you hop in the DMs, it ain't nothing.
I just try to start a conversation. It just depends, like, what made me jump in it that day. Like, what I want to say. But I will shoot. Even in public, I'll say something. If you don't have nobody next to you and I feel like you're alone, then I'll talk to you. I try to anyway.
Yeah. So but what? Like, give us just one example of what you're saying.
If I'm out at the club, bartender, send him a drink. Let him know it's from me.
That energy out there. Okay. That energy out there.
$7 drink.
That's what they talking about. They like, I ain't seen that.
Just some different.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to use that.
I like that.
Tell him it was from me.
She grown.
That's a grown woman right there.
I ain't gonna buy the bottle for your section.
I got you on the $7 drink.
What if that shit didn't work?
Hey, I tried. Bye, Mr. Sir.
Yeah, I tried. You don't
she
get hurt.
She said 10 for 10.
10 for 10.
I tried. Yeah.
Okay, so Tiana, what about you?
I know.
Yep, it was coming.
I just wanted to relax.
You shooting or you chilling?
I'm shooting to a degree. Shit, that's some player shit though. Like, I'm gonna use that for sure. But I don't know. I think.
So, what would you call you pursuing a dude would look like, or is that not a thing at all?
So I just discovered, or just kind of had a theory that like men want dates as well. They want planned dates as well, right? And I just kind of realized
you looking
that I was
at
like,
me?
damn.
Oh, you a date?
I was just looking across the room.
Oh, okay.
I mean nothing.
He said, Alexis.
Yeah, sorry, Tiana. That girl. But I have yet to plan a date. But I will say this: when I see a man, I know if I want him to be my man, or if we have, like, in the beginning, I know if I want him to be my man. So from then on, I would pursue him, kind of meet him halfway, like that. But I have never just like threw my shot in, her. Like, I have never.
You gotta
did that.
try, girl.
I'm gonna try.
So what is it? Is there a reason why, or is it just like?
I think it's. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's kind of like like I said, with men want to be pursued too. I just kind of realized that for a long time, I thought it was just all about me.
I used to be like that because it's like, if you want me, you'll let me know you want me. You'll do something to show me that you want me.
Exactly.
But then I had to step out of that because you never know what you might get.
Yeah, I agree.
So fellas, how y'all feel about a woman, like, if they pulled up like Coriel and was like, send him over there a drink, like, y'all receptive, like, ooh, she's thirsty.
I'm walking over. I'm walking over. I'm gonna go talk to her, and then because I personally don't like talking to women in clubs. It's just you can't really vibe with them. It's loud. You can't hear them. But yeah, we're gonna do something. We're gonna go talk. We're gonna talk somewhere.
Oh, Nat, you're like,
we're gonna talk because I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So, do y'all want more of that? Like, would y'all want women to approach y'all with buying a drink and stuff like that?
Yeah, they talking about brunch too. Like, they want to plan something like that. I'm all game for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel? Go ahead, babe.
I would say, what do y'all say to people that think like? Because there's a lot of people out there like niggas are acting sissy. They want to be pursued
there
now.
Are
they don't
people
want to
like that.
They will say that niggas.
But
Act like
It's like what you want, he wants as well. Like,
it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Human.
like men will appreciate you so much more if you meet them halfway. Like same with communication. If you meet me halfway, I'm gonna appreciate you so much more. So if you meet me halfway, as in you planning stuff just as much as I'm planning stuff. Like that, you know,
and they don't always have to pay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he can pay for the movie, you buy the snacks.
Yeah.
like little stuff like that.
Yeah,
it don't always just have to be him. He pay for the dinner, you lead a tip.
You know, they're
gonna have something to say about that.
They'll make you want to pay. Like a woman might plan the whole date or whatever, and y'all get there, you like, shoot, I got it. Like, I appreciate you even trying to put it in the effort to hang out with me. You ain't got to worry about it.
So, fellas, are y'all actually letting them pay though? Because I know, like, when Jeremy and I got together, and this was a long time ago, but like, if I tried to pay, like, he'd be like, no, like, my money just wasn't. So are y'all allowing it, or y'all just appreciate the gesture, but baby, I got it?
If you're on that level, hell yeah. I'm going to pull it out. Because I'm going to be on the same, I'm going to pay too. I think I've been with women who, like, won't even, like, try to attempt to pull their card out sometimes. And, yeah, I'm like, I don't have a problem paying for it. Yeah.
Like, you a man, you supposed to be paying.
Yeah, like, I don't mind paying. But it's more so, like, if she does end up paying, I might throw a little joke in it, like, what? Like, you paying? Like, shit.
I think that is important, though. Like, as long that was my thing. Even though we was younger, like, if you try it, that's cool. Like, even if you try once, like, oh, that's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? The first time, I'm like, no, I got that. Give me the chance to say, no, I got that. You know what I'm saying? Give me the chance to say, no, I got that. Good. Alexis was on that weird stuff the first time we did. I bought her movie tickets and stuff. She bought her own before. I'm like, I already got yours. We bought an extra one. But it was cool. I was like, I can respect that, you know?
No.
I can respect that.
Well, that was because of something else. You stood me up. Remember, you supposed to come pick me up.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. We can go back and forth, bro. This is over 10 years ago at this point. It's 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, anyways.
But regardless, you ain't pay for no movie.
I did.
That day.
My choice.
But I mean, I used to do stuff too, like buy you food, bring food to your house.
Oh yeah, she used to work that's way back. You know what I'm saying? That's before we had real jobs.
Yeah, I was working at Brahms.
She would drop me off. She would drop me off the big burger.
Though, like,
you hungry?
And so I'm gonna have to agree with y'all on.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, here.
Oh, to Black Love episode 32.
Side combos and shit.
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
We'll cut that. Maybe. Nah, that's up to Greg. But no, I do agree though. Like, I feel like effort is definitely mutual, and I don't think it has to look like, oh, well, he paid, so I'm gonna pay. But it's just like consideration, right? Like, damn, I'm thinking about you. I'm on my way to your house. I'm getting me some food. Are you hungry? Like, just small stuff. I think it goes a long way. Now, granted, we were younger, so I don't really know what it would look like, now. But I just feel like if both sides feel like they're being considered, I mean, I feel like that would go a long way. Y'all agree?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting towards the end of our questions. Do y'all have anything that y'all want?
Yes.
I got a question. Okay, so for you two, as in, you guys have been married for a little bit. So how do you guys, maintain independence within your relationship?
Don't. No, I'm just like, I'm just like, that's not true.
It's really, I guess it depends. Like, some people are super independent. And I think lately we've been really not dependent on each other, but we do a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing, because, like, I feel like you got to incorporate your person in your regular life, because then you can kind of create your other life without them.
Yeah.
And like move in your life without them. So we try to incorporate each other into our life, but lately I think it's been more of a thought to try to like do stuff without each other. Does that make sense? Like I think Alexis has been hanging out with her friends more, and which has been cool. And it's like I usually be not hanging out with other people. I usually be doing like my hobbies, but I'm gonna start trying to hang out with other people. But I think it depends. But I think it's important to have like a good balance. It's hard because some people they don't be spending time together at all. They don't do no hobbies together. Whereas as far as me and Alexis, we do everything together sometimes.
Yeah, I think for me, that was something that was hard at first. So me and Jeremy been together since we was 20, and so we've been together. What's that? 8 years.
28 now, yeah.
And so at first, all I wanted to do was be up under him, but I was younger. But as I grow more mature and older, like, he gonna be at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to understand, like, when I go out, he don't care. I mean, at first I thought he cared, like, oh, he's gonna be mad I'm away. But he don't care. Like, he want me to be out. And so I definitely hang out probably with my friends a little more than he does. And I think it's just, like he said, like, being intentional about it. Like, that's one thing I try to be now, because I spent so many of my early years just me and him booed up, caked up. Then my friendship started to tear apart, right? Or not tear apart, but just like we grew apart. And now that we getting older, you know, everybody moving to different states, we got kids, like things are like that are happening. It's like harder to be intentional, but you have to do it to kind of maintain those friendships and that independent or individuality. That's the word I'm looking for. So yes, all really about being intentional with it. Like, I set times, like, I want to see my one friend at least once a month. Like, that's literally a goal of mine. Like, I make goals for my friendships, and I'm a phone talker, so just kind of establishing time, you know, to speak to my friends. And then also, like you said, having hobbies. Like, I think it's super important to have one hobby that you do with your spouse. Like, y'all need to have something that y'all both really enjoy to do together. Like, y'all need to be, what is it, baby? Each other's, you know, number one recreational partner. Because he is that, we travel together, we do podcasts together, it's easy to have my friends as the other ones because, like, you know, we can go, he don't want to go out and have drinks because he don't like spend money. My friends, we going to go out and spend money. So, you know.
I got drinks at the house.
Yeah.
Got the same TV bar guy. You know
But yeah, it's just really about being intentional about it. Like, really being intentional. Like I said, I established goals surrounded by spending time with my friends.
But I think it becomes easier too, because we got married kind of young. So we was 24. Yeah. So we got married pretty young. So
damn, what's we 24?
24. Yeah, 24. Are we 23, 24?
Yeah, it's 4-year anniversary.
I think it's harder. It was harder. I think it was harder then. Yeah, I think it was harder then because, like, you on different levels than your friends, and so even whether it's like job wise, like everybody trying to find themselves. So I think it's been easier now because, like, at 20, when you get married at 24, everybody's still like fresh out doing the club shit hard. You know what I'm saying? You like, I'm married, I really can't do the club shit hard.
Don't want
like
to do it. Yeah.
Or like, you know what I'm saying, doing the same life that you were doing before. So I think it's easier now to like find new friends and do different stuff with different people.
I will say this last thing though on that. For me, you also, to get that individuality, you also got to, like, have your own hobbies. Like, I didn't have my own hobbies for the longest in our relationship, and I was so much more dependent on him. But now I kind of got my own things that I like to do. Like, I like to go out there and get in my garden. I like to just do a lot of different things that I don't need him to come with me to do. Whereas in the past, like I said, we were each other's number one recreation partner, and so we were spending all that time together. And so any free time I had, I was just like, oh, damn, where Jeremy at? But now I kind of, like he mentioned, he does his hobbies. Like, he got a lot of hobbies, and now I kind of have my own. So just finding what you like.
That's good.
Your questions don't gotta be for us either.
Yeah, please.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can ask each other. I'll answer your questions, but y'all can ask each other.
Okay.
Y'all good? Cause I got some I want to finish with.
I do. Oh,
You got some?
is it the same thing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get. You want me to just get into mine?
Yeah, get into it.
Okay. What's up with the sneaky link shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we all got one? Can somebody
What
like?
is a sneaky link?
And why can't the sneaky link become the boyfriend if y'all spending that much time together? Is it just, you know what I'm saying?
And literally, what is a sneaky link though? Is it just nighttime?
I thought that's what it was. Like,
What you mean you thought?
One night
You ain't got one?
type of thing. Nah.
No, you don't have one.
Nice,
I feel like they like consistent. Like that's your go-to. Y'all tell me.
I feel like a sneaky link is somebody that you sexing on from time to time whenever you want it.
Yeah.
Don't nobody else know about it but y'all two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, it used to be like friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, you hear Sneaky Link, and I had one.
You have or had?
I had one.
Had.
Is it a D on that?
Yeah.
Had, yeah.
Okay.
And, you know,
Podcast purposes.
The ladies want to know.
Yeah, it was one that I always wanted to, you know, hit. You know, always wanted to.
Okay.
You know, we went to high school together.
Okay.
So always wanted to. And then, you know, once I got it, you know, we hung out, kicked it, and I remember we went on a little date out playing something. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know, like this is out of our boundaries, you know? And honestly, I think I would have pursued her. It was more so, you know, I guess her life, like hers was a little bit complicated. So I think that's the reason why I was like, I don't know if I should, you know,
Turn to a Sneaky Link.
Yeah, Sneaky Link plus more. I think it's kind of hard not to.
What else on the Sneaky Link?
No, I'm asking like I took on a date. You know,
Okay.
She was the Sneaky Link first.
I think
Gotcha.
Sneaky Link's always gonna turn to something.
Is it
Yeah.
it's complicated? It be complicated? Like,
Yeah,
no,
it's always gonna turn to something. If you spend time, you know, having sex with this person, it's always gonna turn to, you know, something more. Like it's inevitable. You know.
okay. Everybody's shying away from it.
Yeah, because
everybody a Sneaky Link, because if you keeping it private, nobody knows y'all business. Basically,
So you keep them all sneaky.
Every single one is Sneaky Link.
Sneaky Linky.
Until we establish that,
Yeah.
it's other people's business.
So do they stay? So Sneaky Links can elevate, or is like not really? They just there for the sex, and do we text them all the time, or is it just strictly business?
And do they stay the night?
Dog, yeah, she stayed the night. Look,
I love the honesty.
look, I was knocked the fuck out. I like didn't hear my phone, and bro, she's banging on my wall, like my window. And I'm
She was a girlfriend.
Bro, she brought me food, whatever.
Aww.
So I was like, yeah, this is turning a little bit more, you know, the more we kick it. So.
Did you shut it down?
Yeah, it was more so, yeah, I shut it down.
Because you just wanted to be Sneaky and Lincoln.
No, I liked her. I told my boys about her.
Feelings okay.
It didn't work out.
It was just, her life was complicated.
Oh, yeah.
Got you.
So,
Okay.
I think that's...
Oh yeah, I just had to.
Get that off your chest. You've been wondering,
I'm
huh?
wondering. I was like, how do it work? Because like, if y'all spending that much time together, why not just?
Be
Make it
together.
official.
Yeah.
Because some people Sneaky Link be
on the
around.
same
Be
type
around.
of time you on, so they just
Yeah.
vote you for that too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So the Sneaky Link don't get to meet the mama just before we get... No.
She can.
she gotta hurt.
When work that way
Yeah,
up.
she gotta
Work that way up. If we agree,
He
like...
turning his Sneaky Link to Bay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't think anything's
equal
wrong with
opportunity.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I don't think anything is wrong with this. Sneaky Links
Can turn. Okay.
turn to something. If you ever watch rom-coms, I'm a big rom-com person.
I am too.
Eventually, you know, like Friends with Benefits or No Strings Attached. Like,
Yeah.
they always turn to something,
Yeah.
you know? And sometimes that's the best friend you may be missing, you know? So,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that Jeremy got his question that he's just been dying to know
I want to ask
afterwards.
y'all more, but I'm gonna let y'all live.
Well, I just want to ask just one question. So we did, part 1 of the single series, which featured the men. Part 2 featured only women. We got part 3 out right now with y'all, or we're doing that right now. What did y'all take away from this experience? Like, is there a takeaway? Did y'all have anything that y'all didn't know maybe before? Like, what are y'all's thoughts as we wrap it up?
I took away that dating is, it's no right way to date.
Ooh.
You just kind of gotta figure it out, meet your person, and hopefully it aligns. That's what I took away. Because it's so many different opinions on the topic.
Definitely.
Women
Thank
actually do want vulnerability. I remember that's what they say, but I guess on the outside looking at it, it would seem like they may be too soft if that's, but knowing that they actually want it, I take away that.
Good.
It's okay to open up to them.
I think for me, I enjoy being in a safe, space with people that I relate to. And nothing better than hearing a black woman's perspective on, things that I should know.
Yeah.
And it teaches me how to be more intentional for, the next woman that does come into my life. So
I know that's right. I love that.
very appreciative.
Me?
Yep. You last.
What I got out of it is really learning why men date outside of their race. Like, that really bothers me.
Yeah.
I think that'd be too deep too. Like, it don't be you hate your mama or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just really, like you say, you limiting yourself. Like, why would I exclude a whole race of women for my, like, that don't even sound logical. Like, that's just taking less for me.
I think that's understandable. I mean, like, just to be clear, you like who you like. Whatever you want to do, that's on you. Like, I don't judge. You know, I'm gonna have to cut this because I just don't even want to say it. I'm trying to be politically correct, just in case somebody hear this that I work for. But you know, you like who you like, so I get it, Tay. Like, you know, it is what it is. I really do think that, like, sometimes you're right. It's not like, oh, I hate my mom or anything deeper. It's just I made a connection with this person. And it is what it is sometimes.
And sometimes it's not even that deep. Like is a strong word, I think. So it's like you say you like who you like. It's just maybe you just want to hit. It could be just that.
That's real though.
Like, that's real.
Okay.
It's gonna go nothing past. Once that happens, this pursuit is over or whatever. Like it ain't that deep. Like. And then why do women care so much? But we don't really care about women dating outside their race. Like, why do men get so stoned for it? But men, like, if a woman date a white man, like, we just gonna be like, all right, that's her preference.
Because you answer that because y'all have multiple options. Mm-hmm. Most black women, we just dating black men, so that's one less black man that I'm going to be with, or that I can possibly, date or become my husband.
But ain't that why they saying y'all limiting y'allself?
Well, I don't think we're limiting. Well, not me, obviously, but I don't think black women limit themselves. How many white men are really checking for black women? Don't get me wrong, the population is growing because we it. But, like, historically speaking, that's not just common. That's not just, we not getting a whole bunch pouring in. Whereas I feel like black men are getting a lot from all races. Whereas to black women, it just became, to me, it seems like it just became a thing to really love black women, and for white women to really love on, or white men to really love on black women, and different nationalities of men to actually love black women. Like, that's not something that's been going around or going on as long as.
Or just go back to what she said on her episode is she can't have a short man. Like, you limiting yourself. Like, we not cutting out
that's facts.
A tall woman because she too tall or she too short. Like, we still gonna deal with them to our men or to the extent of it, but you limited yourself, or just I need a dark skinned man, and or tall dark woman. Like, you live with maybe a light skinned man trying to mess with you, but you ain't even gonna look his way because you limited yourself.
Because you like what you like, though. That's what you like. What you like.
That's what he's saying. They like outside of their race. They like what they like.
Yeah, like this woman said she needs like a 6'5" guy. I was like, let me go walk away. I was like, that ain't me.
Yeah, but I think I'll speak for myself. I think it's so, like, a lot of times, like, okay, if you like what you like, that's one thing. But I think sometimes it is rooted in trauma, especially when they, like I said, go to them comments. Even on the black woman's video, they talk about, or it's black men in the comments like, we don't date y'all because y'all this, and this. Oh, yeah, like, don't blame us for why you're not dating us. If you like what you like, then that's it. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. But when they get in the comments talking about look at these black women, they're going to be single forever because they not. Like, no, that's not you liking what you like. That's you hating us. That's you literally hating us.
But you might not talk to a dude that's broke. So, but a man might see a girl that's broke. He gonna still mess with her if he not even trying to marry her. He still gonna mess with her to that extent. Like, you limited yourself just because of their financial or their physical appearance. And
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
I'm saying that's what
I feel like this conversation can go because you're gonna catch people that be like, because people gonna be like, well, don't sell yourself short. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, that's what you go all day because like, what do you limit yourself? Are you limiting yourself? Or you have a standard? You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it limit or expectation?
I'm about to say everything is a limit because if that's the case, you're just gonna go for anything. You're gonna settle for
just
whatever.
Gonna be out here for everybody.
Whatever. Yeah. If you know what you want, you know what you want.
Women disconnect because we probably are drive maybe just sexual. Y'all is looking for stability. So
would you say that about you?
I mean.
Keep it a bug, right?
Right, let's just say,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna play the field. Like, and if I eventually like who I like, then I'll be exclusive. But I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. can't do it, man. Gotta keep your options open.
Like,
be honest, yeah.
You out there. Like,
are you honest about being out there though? Like with the girls you talk to?
That might not be none of their business at the time, because then they gonna want to know who you out here with.
Yeah.
So you waiting for him to ask?
It's not their business.
It's the right time to tell the truth.
Business.
Huh?
If you
want to know,
you talking about if you actually having sex with them?
If you having sex, I guess you owe them.
I guess. Tay, you something.
You gotta tell them who. You could, or you just say I am.
I'm sleeping with other people. I don't think you have to say names.
They might not mess with you, so
because they have the right not to mess with you.
Exactly. Logically, why would you do that? If you go,
somebody's
why you gonna ruin your own shit? Why you gonna ruin your own shit?
Turn the camera off.
You gonna ruin your own cut off some bullshit.
Because you're problematic. Toxic.
I mean, humans are selfish, so you're gonna look out for yourself at the end of the day. So
I don't agree.
There's different types.
See, that's why you got
different types of people.
So I can know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, different types.
Yeah, because you gotta. I think you should be honest about stuff like that. Yeah, it may cut off your cut, but it also may not. But you want. If you
can control it though. I can see the I can see it. I do think you should say something, but I can see the perspective.
When you say
because you can control it. It's like you say there's a chance. Like don't nobody want to play chances. You want to play what you can control.
But regardless, it's not right.
It's not. I mean, but that could be your world.
He said it's not.
To me, it could be right.
But you saying to me?
Okay, morally you should, but selfishly you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Morally you should, but selfishly you don't.
Yeah.
How about that? Can we live there? Morally you probably should, but selfishly.
That's a good way to word it.
Yeah.
So you can.
Agree.
If Tay is okay with
reality is something.
He said that he was like, be honest, because your grandpa tells you that you can't. Nobody can ever take that away. I'm gonna be honest. All 2022. Okay. If it don't work, I start getting.
We are 18 days in.
Then I'm going back to lying. So we got this give it a 10 shot.
All right.
Before we get out of here, I'm gonna just say thank y'all to all y'all coming on, man. Like y'all was real vulnerable. Y'all put yourself out there. I'm sure y'all put yourself. More people than we expected, so I'm like, y'all were pretty good sports about it.
Absolutely.
All. Like I said, them people in the comments was crazy. Y'all been good sports the whole time.
And stay out our comments with that.
That crazy stuff.
Don't be like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Y'all can say it nicely anyway.
Yeah, be nice. Like if we don't mind.
Disagree, but be nice.
Right, we don't mind hearing your perspective. But like you said, be nice about it. Be polite about it. You don't know these people. Most of y'all, almost 99% probably of y'all, don't know these people up here. So don't type them. Say your opinion, but don't be rude about it. Please. Thank you. But outside of that, again, like Jeremy said, we appreciate y'all for being on and being vulnerable. I love these conversations. I mean, I really love just building up the Black community. And as much as, like, you know, when we did the separate episodes, there may have been some, like, well, I think this about this or I think this about that. At the end of the day, it's all to build each other up. So I appreciate y'all for just being a part of this project with us.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yes, of course. Baby, I don't got nothing else to add. You want to plug shirts?
Yeah. OldToBlackLove.com. Go cop them shirts. Please.
Absolutely, yes.
But outside of that, man, I think I'm good. Again, I appreciate y'all. We got new stuff coming later on this year.
Absolutely, new content.
So yeah, we got the link down there now. We got a new sign up sheet. So if you're interested in being involved in some of our future content,
fill out the questionnaire, and then we'll be reaching out to you from our email. So be on the lookout for that. I feel like that's it.
Yeah, that's it for real.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all are listening, make sure to drop where you're listening from below, because we love to see the different places. I done seen California, Maryland. We done seen a lot. So we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. That's dope.
I know, y'all. This is crazy. Thank y'all for helping. Yes. Dope. Well, if you ain't got nothing else and y'all don't got nothing else, we can let that ride. Peace.
Do you love me?